What to do about volleyball shorts? My daughter is a freshman in high school and going out for the volleyball team. My wife and I are totally supportive of her extracurriculars. And she's a good athlete. Volleyball is new for her. And us. And I have to say, I was completely surprised to see the uniform these girls are asked to wear. I know this will make me sound behind the times. But the shorts? They are like booty shorts someone would wear to a club. Anyway, I expressed surprise to my wife and daughter about this. And my daughter said that's just what the uniform is. It's nothing new and clearly thinks I need to be quiet about it. Do I need to drop this? When I played I had to wear the shorts, and if my dad would have said anything it would have made me uncomfortable. As long as she's comfortable in them, they're the least important thing about her playing volleyball. If your daughter is fine with it, drop it. I used to play volleyball with some Mormons who were uncomfortable with the length though, so they would wear the longer inseam biker spandex shorts. Nobody said anything about it. Don't force your daughter to wear the longer ones if she doesn't want to. Just pointing out that there can be some flexibility if she is uncomfortable. The thing is, you're right. Women's sports uniforms often show much more skin, figure than the men's equivalent. Doesn't matter how long-standing the tradition is. The disparity is gross. This was a large discussion at the recent Tokyo Olympics. I myself was on a dance team at a school which banned skin-tight yoga pants. I'm old and sure dress codes have changed. But those were our mandated uniform. The irony of being made to dance provocatively at basketball halftime in that getup while not being able to wear yoga pants for comfort during class was not lost on me. But I was also a nervous middle schooler and would have died before bringing it up to staff. Agreeing with most of the commenters. If your daughter is comfortable, you shouldn't raise a fuss about it for her sake. Info. How old are you? I'm in my 40s and girls were wearing those when I was in high school and before then. Based on older sisters and yearbook photos. Did they not have volleyball where you and your wife went to high school? Pro beach volleyball players have to wear bikinis while their male counterparts wear baggy pants. A female team wore pants instead of their bikini bottoms and they got in trouble. It's whack. Football players wear tight pants that can be sexualized and it's a hard sport. Would you be uncomfortable with men's or women's competition swimwear or a wrestling or gymnastics uniform? I think the issue is not the uniform but rather clothing that might force you to change your view of your daughter as she becomes a well-rounded adult. You have to ask yourself, do you feel this way for you or for her? If it for you, you have to let go and let her make her choices in the sport she wants to pursue. Those choices involve where she will draw the line on the trade-offs she has to accept to participate. Whether it's the physical violence if she wanted to play football, the grasping involved in wrestling, the diet and grueling lifestyle of gymnastics, or whatever the sport involves. It's her choice. She will need these skills as an adult in deciding on job, her relationships and many other choices. Support her decision and help her become a strong, decisive, driven, balanced person who can make her own choices concerning her life. In other words, let her grow up. Growth into adulthood is a hard transition for children to make, but it can be equally hard for parents to let happen. Talk to her and advise her, but be a good, understanding parent and learn how to draw your own line with her and support her. You do not sound behind the times. Here in Norway there has been a lot of discussions regarding the shorts of the national volleyball team, and the team has also protested against the outfit rules. Would you okay with her being on the swim team? Or doing gymnastics or ballet? If she's comfortable with it, don't make it weird. I hate those shorts, they're ridiculous. Context. I'm a 34-year female and played organized sports all of high school and college. I never understood why volleyball players need to wear these shorts to play. These rules are ridiculous. Not the same sport but same thing nonetheless. https www.nbcnews.com/news/sports/Norwegian women's beach handball team find not playing Bikinissen 1274453. Just look at the controversy over the volleyball uniforms in professional sports. This is not new. And maybe it's not your fight. I mean, you would be looking to change a very common part of the sport. Not just your daughter's team uniform. However, I personally think that ensuring that girls have an option to wear something a little more modest is a good cause. This is a pretty good article that covers the issue from the perspective of girls who wear the uniforms. https www.upbeacon.com article 2021 11th. More than the uniform, volleyball players speak out about body image and sexism. You're not alone. The volleyball team at our local HS had a blow up because a few of the girls refused to wear the shorts and the coach was forcing them to, or they couldn't play. Coach lost that battle as the AD stepped in. If the shortness was so integral to the sport, then why aren't the men's shorts the same length? It is unfair that if a woman wants to play volleyball she has to wear the shorts even if she is uncomfortable. Honestly, I am a feminist and a very open-minded person, and I agree with you. Maybe not for the same reasons you might have, but I do agree. Volleyball shorts are ridiculous. They're not like that to be practical. They're not like that for any other reason than showing off the players' butts ready and packaged. For the male gaze, this is yet another annoying form of objectification of women. That said, I would let your daughter play and not shame her about it, because to her this is not an issue and it's her body we are talking about. She's young, but old enough to be respected. Give her that respect. And if you want to change something about it, work with feminists and groups that are trying to change society's rules around the female body and the male gaze. Don't punish or shame your daughter for something other men let happen. It would be the laziest and most misogynistic choice. They have been wearing the same type of shorts since I was in high school, and that's been 20 plus years. I was a horndog teenager who knew the volleyball players wore booty shorts, and that still didn't compel me to go to any matches. Echoing what others say, but also want to add it's healthy to have this experience of, no wait, that's my little girl, as she turns into a woman. If it wasn't volleyball shorts it'll be a crop top. Or you'll notice her underwear got lacy or other signs that fathers find difficult in our modern society. It's a form of cognitive dissonance. But you have to accept teenagers become sexual beings rapidly. You have to accept that boys and yes, gross men will look at her when she is dressed for volleyball. You can't stop that. Your job as a parent isn't to make sure nothing sexual ever happens to her. It's to provide the tools to help them process those changes, and the knowledge to protect themselves. You're completely right. The sexism in the uniforms is ridiculous if you compare what the two teams have to wear. That being said, speak to the school or your wife, but leave your daughter out of it. You'll make her uncomfortable or embarrassed, or that you're judging her for wanting to play. In the Olympics there were protests from some European teams that they wanted to be able to choose a different style of shorts. Due to the lack of modesty, it's up to the competitors to complain to the various associations about the uniforms. Nothing changes without opposition and protesting. If it's something you feel strongly about, say something. Your daughter may be okay about it, or she may not be willing to up against peer pressure. What to do about volleyball shorts? Wear them if you find them comfortable and flattering. Do not if you don't. Assume your daughter is capable of making the same choice and make no attempt to influence it. Because WTF. My sophomore is on the cross-country team and the shorts are tiny. I hate them, but I recognize that they are the standard uniform for the sport and let it go. As long as your daughter is comfortable in them, she should wear them and have no comments from you. All the girls will be wearing them and she will feel more awkward as the only girl not wearing them than if she just does.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.